Minister Alva, you have the floor.
Thank you, Victor. Thank you, Rafael. I'll start with a presentation about Peruvian economic situation. Regarding investment opportunities, Peru has a competitive framework for foreign investment that has allowed to attract the financial and technological resources around the world needed to develop the vast natural resources and opportunities in our country. Peru's top macroeconomic soundness, favorable investment climate, active trade integration policy, and high economic potential sectors are key important factors to attract investment. As a result of Peru investment attractiveness, foreign direct investment in Peru reached almost $27 billion in 2019 from more than 40 countries worldwide. In the coming years, economic activity will be supported by the recovery and dynamization of private investment. It will grow around 6.8% on average between 2022 and 2024, sustained by the continuous expansion of important mining projects and large infrastructure investments, such as the Lima Metro Line 2, the expansion of Jorge Chávez Airport, the Chancay Port Terminal, among others. As I mentioned before, mining projects are key to boost private investment. Peru has an important mining project portfolio with a total investment of $58 billion in around 48 projects all over the country, mainly in copper. Of this portfolio, 3 main projects are under construction now, that is Quellaveco, Mina Justa, and Toromocho expansion. And the remaining projects in the portfolio has expected to start construction in the coming years to sustain growth. In order to reduce the infrastructure gap of the country and accelerate the execution of large infrastructure projects, we established last year the National Infrastructure Plan for Competitiveness. This infrastructure plan portfolio includes 52 projects with a total investment of around $28 billion. This is around 30% of our GDP. These projects are associated with transport, telecommunication, agriculture, energy, and sanitation sectors. We already have advances in implementation of this plan. Currently, there are 32 projects on the execution phase for around $40 billion, equivalent to 60% of the portfolio. These 8 projects this is 8 more projects than when the plan was originally published in July 2019. Moreover, measures have been taken to optimize the implementation of private investments projects and also to encourage new investments. These measures are, for example, the extension of the environmental construction certifications, the participation of the environmental authority in the process of preparing the environmental impact study, the citizen participation in the development of projects. While on the tax measure side, we already also implemented the extension of tax benefits for exploration activities, the extension and expansion of the special early recovery regime of the general sales tax, and the establishment of an special accelerated depreciation regime, among others. Finally, to conclude, we are all aware that the current circumstances are challenging and demand our best efforts. The COVID-19 crisis has shown us the need to continue working more than ever to close the existing gaps in our country. In this sense, it's essential to promote policies to improve the government's efficiency in providing public services and to ensure sustained economic growth in the long term. To reach these goals, this can also be possible with a great boost in infrastructure investment and competitiveness. Our country has been able to overcome great crises before, and this will not be the exception. Thank you very much.
We're just showing this as more of a pipeline to show how we have a sequence of projects over time. It's not just a one-off type of project. We have projects that are closer and we expect to award in the near term, but we also have others that are maturing over time, and which gives, as you can see, there's a continuity of projects in our pipeline. The size of the bubble in this slide represents the estimate investment that is expected for this project. The green bubbles are projects that have been developed by initiative of the government itself, and we expect to award before mid 2021. The yellow bubbles are unsolicited bids, which have been presented by private proponents, bidders. And the way it works in our framework is once we evaluate those bids, and when we accept them, we declare them of interest. Once they are declared of interest, and the milestone is interest declaration, then there's a period of time where about 3 months where another party can express interest in any of these projects. If nobody has expressed interest during these 3 months, then the unsolicited bidder gets directly awarded the contract. If the other parties express interest, then it's open for a tender process. So the yellow bubbles are these unsolicited bids, and these are projects that we expect to declare of interest before mid next year. So as you can see, we have projects on a very early stage, like the energy substations of Chincha Nueva and Nazca Nueva, the Huancayo-Huancavelica Railway. We have others that are closer towards the end of the year or early next year, like Peripheral Ring Road, Algarrobo Mining Project, the transmission lines of Piura Nueva Frontera, the water sewage system of Puerto Maldonado, Iberia, the terminal port of Marcona. Anyway, we have a set of projects that are already pretty mature. And then we have the blue bubbles, which are projects that are on a relatively early stage, that are at this point either in formulation or just entered the structuring process, but that we think are going to hit the market late next year or maybe in 2022. But these are ones that are still forming, and you will recognize there's a bunch of water treatment and sewage projects, which is it's quite an interesting package of projects there, in addition to some transportation and energy projects as well. So I'm now going to stop a little bit briefly on some of the projects that are closer to already in the market or that are about to hit the market soon. And we have the Puerto Maldonado wastewater treatment plant. This is one that just was released to the market a couple of 2 to 3 weeks ago. And this is the first wastewater treatment plant to be procured as based on availability payment. We then have another transmission line project, the Puerto Maldonado Iberia transmission line, and Valle del Chira substation. This is like the previous one is a 30-year contract. It's the RFQ is expected for February 2021, and we estimate to award the project by April 2021. We also have the Lima Peripheral Ring Road. This is an unsolicited bid. I'm going to skim a little bit through this, but this is quite a massive project. It's more than $2 billion project. We expect to declare of interest by early next year. Thank you.
Gobierno del Perú. El Perú primero.